So, I believe you met me earlier. I'm Lydia, and this is River.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
We'll be doing the interview.
There you go.
So my first question for you is when and how did you join the military?
Did I join?
Yeah.
Well, I graduated high school in '66, and I didn't go to college. So I got drafted. Back then, you had to basically register for the draft when you were 18, and if you didn't go to college, within 6 months they drafted you. That's how I got in.
Okay. And were you ever injured during deployment?
No, I was pretty lucky. I had the heck scared out of me several times, and I always thought I had a guardian angel looking after me.
That's really, really sweet. And did you have family at home?
Mm-hmm. I had my parents and my sister.
That's great. So did they welcome you with open arms when you came back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what did you feel when you were there? Like, how did you feel?
Well, I didn't particularly want to go. You know, it's no different than the young men nowadays. You go from you graduate, you go thinking from girls and cars to, you know, trying to stay alive. And, you know, it's just, I don't know how to put it. It's just one of those things where, you know, I was called to do my duty and I did it. I didn't think about going to a foreign country or anything because my dad was in World War II and I wouldn't have been able to look him in the eye had I done that.
So, did you develop any close relationships or friendships while you were there?
I mean, I had like brothers, and it's I reconnected with two of them. But yeah, we had a close-knit bunch, about 5 or 6 of us, and we'd share our last drop of water or last round, you know, if you were out. So I mean,
what was it like when you came home?
well, other than my family, we didn't get thanks coming home. You know how they pat these guys coming home now on the back and say, you know, welcome home and that kind of stuff. We didn't have that. I mean, it was an unpopular war. It was kind of set up that the civilians were against the soldiers. And when I got home, you know, people protesting, calling your names, throwing things at you and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've always found that interesting, especially considering they had so many peace signs and say make love, not war, but then they're so violent once you come home. So sorry you went through that. And is there anything you liked while you were there or enjoyed while you were there?
I got to meet several of my buddies that were from different states. You know, one was from Pittsburgh, so you know, he being a Yankee and me being a Southerner, you know, and then I got several of my friends. One was from St. Croix, so you know we always joke, and he was just like one of us. You know, we didn't pay attention to color.
That's really sweet. And are you happy that you went? Are you proud that you went?
Yeah, I mean, knowing what I know now, that I came home and I wasn't hurt, other than Agent Orange. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go again if they asked me.
And is there any particular reason that you wanted to be interviewed today, or?
No, I'm just one of the guys here at the foundation, and basically, you know, I'll answer any question that people ask me, and I'll answer it as truthfully as I can. I won't sugarcoat anything. I mean, we talk about the protesters and the hippie van and that kind of stuff, and the only thing I was really sorry about was that in the news, they always criticize us as baby killers, doing things. They never once mentioned the good things that we did over there. I have a photo on that wall as you come in the building, And I'm at the Mito orphanage where they had about 500 orphans.
Yeah.
I had saved my hard candy and stuff out of the packages. We went to the orphanage in Mito, and we did whatever the nurses asked us, and we enjoyed ourselves with the kids, even though they couldn't understand us and we couldn't understand them. You know, it's all in the eyes and the smile. You know.
It was just a good moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was seeing earlier that there was an orphaned boy from the country who one of the doctors had actually adopted
Yes.
and went through every effort she could to get him.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of beautiful things that did come out of it.
Yeah, you didn't hear about stuff like that though. You know.
No. You learn to appreciate life when you think you might not have it anymore.
Well, a lot of people chose that. A lot of people, you know, had different ideas. The only bad thing is they tended to. We didn't want to go to Vietnam.
Yeah.
We were drafted and told that's where
If you
we're
didn't,
going.
you would be arrested,
Yeah.
right? And so,
I mean, basically, that's the thing that, you know, they lost touch on the idea that, you know, we didn't particularly want to go, but we were told to go. And it was either do that or leave.
well, thank you so much for
Okay.
doing this interview for us.
Thank you.
It's been a lot of fun. I'm really happy that we got to do this.